Elizabeth Joyce and welcome to my channel. I'm reading for Scorpio. This is a collective reading from April 15th through April 30th, 2024. Let's see what the messages are for this time period. And this is Scorpio. I've pre-shuffled, so we're going to do the cut for Scorpio. What's coming? We have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Cups as the cut for Scorpio. The first part is where you are right now. The upper right is your outcome. The left is your challenges. The bottom left is your psychological. And then the right is the karma. So we start with the Six of Wands, the Queen of Discs, and the Empress. That's balance, having to do with the Queen of Discs, who is the mother, the comforter, the head of household. Balance with the Queen of Discs and the Empress. And that's a beautiful place to be, and that's where you are right now, Scorpio. You're working things out. As you go to the outcome, you have the Knight of Swords, the Moon, and the Prince of Wands. Now, that Knight of Swords, I'm feeling it's a mailman. I don't know why. It can be a policeman, a mailman, some kind of a messenger. It can even be an email. And whatever it is, it brings you to the brink of important change. So there's something that you've been waiting for. Maybe a new job, maybe word about a mortgage, maybe something from a child that's away, or a parent, some kind of a message. And the Prince of Wands is from a young, and the Prince of Wands is from a young man, or it means expansion. I'm feeling expansion. Now you could be going back to work. You could be having a promotion and be in a whole new situation. Or you could be working for yourself and business picks up. So that's good, Scorpio. That's where you're headed. Now, the obstacle is art, and that's careful management. And the Prince of Cups is not a leader. The Prince of Cups is always a watery person that follows instructions, but he has to have instructions in order to move forward. And then we have the World. And the World is the end of a situation. It's delayed, and it's getting there, and you will be able to finish. So what I'm feeling is the management let go of the Prince of Cups, and he's gone, and they're hiring you. That's what I'm feeling for Scorpio. I don't know why. It can mean that you're replacing somebody. You could be a second husband. You could be replacing a roommate. There's a lot of choices here, but it's for the best. When you look at the psychological, you have the Five of Discs. Now, the Five of Discs is always worry about money, worry about security. So you've been doing that, Scorpio, and the Ten of Wands is overburdened. So you felt overburdened. You felt like you had to worry, and there was so much happening, and you were having trouble coping. And here you have the Hermit as the third one. Now that can be mental escape in the psychological. It can be sleeping too much, having some kind of a diversion. It could be playing too many computer games, not reading your mail, and not looking at what really needs to be attended to. Then we go over to the karma. The karma is the Six of Swords, moving ahead without fear, and the Ace of Discs. But that Ace of Discs is between two swords. So that makes the Ace of Discs negative. That means there's not enough money. Here you have all these thoughts about what you want to get done, but there isn't enough money to do it. And you're having arguments with family members about the situation. And the only way that you can resolve this situation is to get a new job. And that's what this is, bringing balance and expansion. So I'm telling you that at the end of April, after Mercury goes direct, which is April 25th, between then and the end of April, the new job comes and you replace the other person and you're going to do very well. That's what these have to say. Now let's take a look at if we can get more information for you Scorpios. Now I'm going to be doing a layout for more information for you Scorpios, and this is what I call the layout for the collective, and I designed it last week. So here we go. We're going to do the cut because I have pre-shuffled. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Six of Wands. This is wonderful. The Three of Wands is a group having a discussion about the future, and it's a very pleasant discussion, and they resolve whatever issue they're looking at. And this is the Nine of Cups, which means for you Scorpios that you're getting all your wishes, that they have made a decision about you. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is good business, and you're on your way, you're on a new road. So this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can get more information. This is what the focus is on, and the focus is on your home and spring and things flowing. You want things to flow. But what has concerned you is the Death card. Now, the Death card means a change in the way of living. It's not a bad card. It's a card of change. It's a card of having to adjust, even if it's reluctantly. And you're very worried about things in the future. And the next card is where are we headed? What's the motivation? And the Page of Wands is a faithful friend or somebody that helps that's younger than you. And that's good. So you are going to have help in this situation and in overcoming that fear. And the third problem is, what's the underlying problem? And the underlying problem is lack of money. There is money there, but there's not enough money to start the jobs that you need to pay for. So maybe you have some house repairs, maybe you have some car repairs, or some hospital bills that have to be paid. Whatever it is, it's an unexpected expense. And that's been filling you up. What do you need to understand? Is the Four of Wands. What you need to understand is how to keep balance in the house, how to take care of everything. And in order for you to understand that, you are going to have to make some changes. And you've been avoiding making changes. So we'll have to see why you're doing that. Now, the next card is how can I eliminate this and move forward? And this is the Knight of Wands, and that's movement. The Knight of Wands is always movement. It means you have to get out of the house. You have to adjust and make the changes with an open mind and a wonderful heart, and not do it out of resentment. Again, you need to work on your spiritual work and do your meditations and adjust to the change. That's what people are having a hard time with after this eclipse. They're having a hard time with adjusting to the changes, whether they're forced or necessary. Now, this is how can I move down my path with the corrections? And it's the King of Wands. That's a boss. That's a father. That's a leader. That's a strong-minded man that has the answers. And he's more gentle than the King of Swords. So he will be able to lead. And he will be able to lead you. You could be getting a new boss or a new financial advisor, or maybe even changing your relationship with your father, or finding a new friend who can help you down the road. The angel card is the devil. Now, the devil in the angel position means that you're really uncomfortable, making yourself sick, and worried about how you can overcome all these things. Remember, that's your block. You have the death card and the devil card, and that's pain, unresolved pain, giving up, not wanting to move ahead, finding excuses, blaming it on other people. Whatever you're doing, it has to stop and it has to change, or you won't be able to have the result that you need. But it looks like you're going to do it, Scorpio, because this is what you have to take the next step, and that's money inflow, the Nine of Discs. We've all had trouble with money. Expenses are so high. We have the interest rates so high. We can feel very frozen and very stuck in place. But it looks like you're going to get out of that after you go back to work. Let's pull an angel card and see what the angels are going to say about it, Scorpio. Let's see what the angels have to say. This is so perfect for the reading, is choose a new direction. There you go. Now maybe you've always worked with numbers and they want you to be a manager and work with people. Maybe you've always done phone work, but they want you inside a store. There's all kinds of things. And maybe you need to take a class to improve your computer skills or to get that final degree in college. It's choose a new direction. And when you do choose that new direction, you will be able to move forward. Choose a new direction in order to bring in the money that's desired, the Nine of Discs. It will happen if you can let go of the fear, and let go of the same old, and be creative and allow yourself to go in a new direction, even if it's being self-employed. That's what I have for you now, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed the reading. But what I would like to do is to pull a rune for you to see what direction you're going in for the rest of the month. And this is wonderful. This is a rune of movement. And as I said to you in this section and the other section, you are going to be chosen for a position and a new job. I'm feeling so strong, Scorpio, that that's your message. But whatever it is, whether it's picking up a broom and sweeping the kitchen floor, going out to a new job, or having something come into you as an inheritance, it is movement, and it's very positive. Let me see if I can read you what the rune book says for movement. progress, and a horse. The rune of movement, of physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitudes, new life. Movement also in the sense of improving or bettering any situation. This is a rune of transit and transition. And it definitely is, because you also got the Death card, which is the card of transition. There is about this rune a sense of gradual development and steady progress, with the accompanying notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. And that's so hard for Scorpio, because Scorpio always clings and hangs on to the past and runs shoulda, woulda, coulda, if. They work with their mind instead of meditating and relaxing and allowing themselves to work through their heart. So that's something you have to work on, Scorpio. This could apply to the growth of a business or to the development of an idea. A relationship also needs to undergo changes and transformation if it is to maintain growth and life. Personal moral effort and preserving steadfastness are called for when you get this rune. So that's what you need to do through now and the end of April. I'm Elizabeth Joyce from Embracing Spiritual Frontiers. I do personal readings, which you can order on my website, which is below in the information box. Love you all, Scorpio. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.